Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. I'd like to begin with reinforcing the affirmation principles that have worked for so many people, and certainly for me, and I hope for you as well. And we can continue to get better at understanding how these principles work and apply them in our life. And of course, it's all about this moment, being alive right now, here and now, and realize that we all have an untapped creative potential. And the way to do that is first learn to give your best in everything you do. Keep besting yourself, finding other ways to feel good. Because if you haven't noticed that you're happiest when you're in love, when you're in joy, when you're in appreciation. So what are you giving your attention to? Because whatever you give your attention to is to be supported by the law of attraction. That which is like unto itself is drawn. And so, whatever you give your attention to is where your vision will take you. Be aligned with well-being. That's the whole name of the game. So what is life-giving in this moment? That is what is most truly real for you. And if you think that you have to wait for other people to align in some way for you to be happy, I don't think you'll ever be happy. And being happy, of course, doesn't mean at every single moment that there's a shit-eating grin on your face and everything is fine in the world. But we can't wait for anyone to be happy in order for us to be happy. You can't control your dog, you can't control your spouse, you can't control your roommate, you can't control the weather, you can't control the world. So if that's the reason why you're not happy, I understand, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. All right, so now, I love to tell stories because they're storehouses of wisdom. You can sometimes look at the stories as if each character in the story is a different part of your own personality. And once you realize that the Dharma doesn't suffer in comparison to any teaching, you want to investigate this more and more. And you'll find this teaching cross-culturally. But you got to let go of your big ego. You can't get into the temple with arrogance, right? You can't like walk into the temple and say, okay, Krishna, come on. Okay, Christ, come on, suddenly reveal to me. With that mindset, you didn't even get into the temple, even if you're physically on the inside of the church or the synagogue or the kanka, because it's not outside you. So it's a mindset you have to come with. And when you hear a story, you're looking for what I call the energy rise, the thing in the story that kind of like perks you up. And I always like to remind ourselves that the importance of the teacher at some point in your life, most of the time it's external, but it could be internal, could be fictional. But the importance of the teacher in making you feel connected and revivifying your life. It helps you get the reset button. Like in the Jewish tradition, they say when you go to visit the rabbi on Shabbos, on Friday, you have to stop traveling before Shabbos begins and only walk there. And so for some people, it's when they move into the town where the rabbi lives and they see the sign that says, oh, this is where the rabbi, then they're relieved their cares. But other people, they have cares that are deeper than that. It's not until they actually kiss the mezuzah outside the rabbi's door and they enter into the rabbi's home, then they feel the relief. There are other people, their problem is soul deep, and it's not until they actually see the rabbi's face. And the moment they see the rabbi's face, they're at peace. That's the importance, right, of the projection that we have upon the teacher, the mana personality that the teacher provides for us. And of course, the teacher supports you in being an independent center of initiative and creativity. They want to see you flourish. They want to see you grow. They want to see you cultivate all your potential and give your gift, contribute, serve the world at large. So start and continue. That's what all yoga is about. Begin and continue. Integrated practice happens after a long time, or social coordination happens in a long time. First, clean your own house. Do that. And remember, all along the way, people have passed on. Sometimes you see those roadside flowers or next to a bicycle. It's called the descansos, the little rests to honor the dead. So even though we're seeking happiness and well-being, it's important to also remember those who've gone before us. And even if that brings you to tears, that's fine, because tears normalize brain chemistry. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to mourn, because if you consciously let yourself go into grief, you're much more choice about when you're going to stop that and come back and normalize your life. Where if you resist going down and you feel depressed about that stuff, then you're victimized by it. You don't know when you'll be able to rebound. So I hope that helps you find the ring of truth for yourself.